I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if I'm really quite ready to talk about this film. I watched it like 24 hours ago, and I'm still thinking about it. Like, all of my mind is still on this freaking movie, and I'm in love with it. I truly am. I need to watch his other film because he's done one before this. So I think I'll watch that soon. After I watch this one like 4 more times. But today we're talking about Cha Cha Real Smooth. Cha Cha Real Smooth was released in 2022, and it was written and directed by Cooper Raiff, who, again, I believe has done just one other film, and I haven't seen it, but I am very intrigued, and I want to watch it now after seeing this one. So it's an Apple TV Plus whatever original film, and no spoilers, but the general idea is it's about this kind of middle-aged guy, like, well, not middle-aged, he's in his 20s, and he just got out of college, and he's like looking for a job. Basically, he's kind of stuck in this weird position, and he kind of stumbles into this job starting parties at bar mitzvahs, which is hilarious. And he meets this girl named Domino who has a kid named Lola, and the kid named Lola has autism, and Domino is very attractive, and Cooper, what's his name? His actual name in the film is Andrew. Andrew, he likes them. He likes them both. He's like, Lola's a cool kid, and I think, Domino's awesome and funny and very attractive, so let's, do that. But then the twist comes around that she is engaged, and he has to kind of deal with that and figure out what he wants to do, and should he just kind of like let that slip out, or should he try to pursue it, and that's the majority of the non-spoiler stuff that I could talk about. There's way more than that, but that's base level what it's about. This movie's incredible. The writing is brilliant. There are so many like one-liners in here that actually have meaning and weight that is just incredible. There are other movies that I've seen that have great one-liners, but they're really good on their own. And when you watch the movie, you're like, okay, it's fine. Like, I hate to do this, but for instance, John Green movies, a lot of them have just great one-liners with no real meat around them. That's kind of the problem. This one has meat around them. Like, there's these awesome one-liners that make you cry, but it makes you cry because you're thinking about everything that's surrounding the line, and it's really well done. So, writing is just freaking phenomenal. Directing, very, very cool. I think this also kind of ties in with the editing, which I think Cooper also did. But the editing and the directing together worked so well. There's so many metaphors. Like, I don't know if anyone caught them, but like going when you're driving, when he's getting an Uber home from Domino's every time. We just get a shot of him looking out the window. But then, right when he decides he's going to take things in his own hands, he drives. So we get a shot of him driving there. It's a metaphor for taking his hands into the wheel. And then when he calls his mom later and says, "Hey, I need a ride," that's him falling back on his mother a little bit. And I think it's one of the many metaphors that I caught. I don't want to talk about all of them because some of them are spoilery, but it's really, really great. The performances are stellar, particularly by Cooper Raiff. Again, he stars in his own movie, but whatever, I don't care. Keep doing it, it's great. And Dakota Johnson, I mean, their chemistry together, it's just incredible. And Vanessa Berghart plays Lola. Lola's awesome. I like Lola a lot in this film, and I think she's an easy person to like. Like, I think that she's a likable person. Which makes the movie flow a lot easier because you don't have to spend so much time explaining the whole autism thing. It's pretty easy to understand in this movie. And they don't linger on anything for too long. A lot of movies that deal with the same kind of complex subject matter, they spend so much time explaining in very strong detail exactly what's going on, and I don't think that you necessarily need to. I think that audiences understand. You don't need to spend that much time doing that when you can spend time doing other things. So I think this movie is really smart in the way that it dedicates its runtime. I think it's like an hour 50, and it felt like 10 minutes. Like, I feel like I could watch this in 10 minutes and be like, like all over again. I think the soundtrack's really good, for one. I don't think that, I know that. The soundtrack's great. The music itself is pretty good. Kind of unnoticeable, so I guess that's, good. There's one big thing that I really, really like about this film, and that is that it's not a romantic comedy per se, right? Like, it's definitely branded as a romantic comedy. Like, when you watch the trailer, you're like, it's a beautiful romantic comedy. Like, oh, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. Wrong. Not true. False. It's a straight comedy. And it's also a dramatic comedy. There's a lot of dramatic moments, but it's not necessarily about romance. It's about love, but it's not about romance, right? Like, in every single romantic comedy you watch, like, they're gonna get the girl, they're gonna be like, oh yes, okay, all I had to do was just ask her out and I get everything. And it's like, that's not how that works in real life. And this tackles that. It tackles what happens if you love someone who doesn't love you back. Even if they do love you back, that doesn't mean that you're going to become a couple if there's other people involved. It deals with brotherly, like, love. Like, Cooper has a really awesome brother that he loves, and then it's a complicated relationship. It deals with mother-son. It deals with stepfathers. It deals with everything that is possible to deal with on a relationship level. It deals with here. It deals with first loves too. Like, it's incredible. And the way that they mingle all of them together, it just works so well. It's like diving into a pot of chili and, like, you taste every ingredient equally. Like, it's incredible. I love this film so much. Not only is it my favorite film of the year, I think it's got to be my top 5 of all time. Like, I really genuinely love this movie. I can't wait to watch it again, and I hope it doesn't diminish in value every time I watch it, although it probably will. But as of June 18th? 18th. Oh, it's the 18th? I think that's my sister's birthday. I have to text her. But anyway, as of June 18th, 2022, this is my favorite film right now. Like, if somebody came to me and was like, hey, what's your favorite film? I'd be like, Cha-Cha Real Smooth. And that's why I'm giving it an A+. Have you guys seen Cha-Cha Real Smooth? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it. It's on Apple TV+. So if you have that, check it out. If you don't, get it so you can check it out. I promise you, you will not regret it. It is a deep, metaphoric film that's just full of these awesome, awesome performances. And, like, there's just, you can tell it's a passion project, and I love that. And I aspire to be this good someday, you know? But yeah, check it out if you haven't, because it's that good. And please consider subscribing so you can find your next movie at Robert's Reviews.